Chef for Cajun Kitchen. Let me tell you what I'm gonna fix for you tonight. You know, the boys in the swamp, when they have a bad day and they just can't catch nothing and they're hungry in the evening, here's what they do. They put together their cornmeal and make some Cush Cush. That's what we're making tonight, some Cush Cush. Back in the old days, they'd eat Cush Cush and Cajun, which is like a clabbered milk. And they loved it so much. Back in the days, when I was just a little boy, they used to make some Cush Cush. And what Cush Cush was, and I'll show you in a minute, is a blend of cornmeal and a little bit water cooked down, and it's fluff up. And it's like a cereal when you finish. But one good thing, during the Depression, people down south ate Cush Cush because it stuck to your ribs. You had to go to work. However, you didn't want to be hungry all day. And it was cheap. It's like eating a steak. If you had a steak here, or Cush Cush here, you'd eat the Cush Cush. And let me tell you what, in my house, if there's Cush Cush made, and there's a T-bone or a ribeye over there, I'm going to eat my Cush Cush. They can have that other stuff. They'll be hungry in 30 minutes. But I'm going to have it today. Let me tell you what we got going on, okay? Talking my ingredients and everything. First of all, you need a bowl. A real pretty bowl like this one right here. This is an old bowl. It's been in the family for years. Mama had that when I was a kid. And guess what? I've got it right now. I'll be using some Pam, some good spray to spray my pot. Talking about a pot, I got a big skillet right here. And it's cast iron. You don't want to go nothing but cast iron unless you have to get something else. If you do, don't use no little aluminum, not to make Cush Cush, because it won't come out that good. You might burn a hole in your pot. What I'm going to do is spray my pot real good, especially on the sides, and you'll see why after a while. I've got cornmeal. And I'm not frying no fish this time. This is for Cush Cush. Some good cooking oil, vegetable oil this time. Salt. Gotta have salt. Not much. Water. A little bit of water. And when it's done, I like to grab my spoon in my bowl because I want the first batch out of this. And then I go get my milk and I sit down and have a party. So now we're going to start. When you make Cush Cush, it's not like you gotta take a cup or 2 cups or 3 cups of cornmeal. What I do, I just pour it in my bowl. I pour my cornmeal in my bowl. And that's enough. Let me show you what I got. Not like that, because there's not many people eating on that. If there was a whole bunch, matter of fact, I'm going to put a little bit more because there will be. By the time it's over, that'd be a lot. Now, that's where it's at. I want a little salt. Not much salt. Just a little. That comes. That's it. You don't want a whole lot. And I'm going to stir it. All I got is cornmeal and salt right now. I'm stirring it. What I'm going to do, I've got my salt and my cornmeal mixed real good. Now I'm going to add a little bit of water. I stirred it. You got to stir it. I'm going to put some water in there, but I just want to get it damp. Good and damp. And you stir it real good. You don't want it soaking wet. This is where I'm at right now. Add a little more water. Then I'm going to stir. Stir, baby, stir. Makes you feel like you had a go-go dance on the bayou. Oh yeah, come on, baby. Woo, woo. You know, some kid or somebody sent me a comment saying that daddy thought that they was watching pornography because he could just hear it and couldn't see it. It's just the way I talk. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. But it was fun. Alright, now I want you to watch this. My cornmeal and that little water is mixed. I don't have a rolling stream of anything. It's not like I'm making pancakes. It's moist. See, I can make a little ball like that, you see? And I'm going to let it set for a while. Because what I want is for the cornmeal to kind of soften up and take some moisture in it. And it'll kind of fluff a little bit. Alright, now what I'm going to do is put some grease in my hot pot. Here I go. You don't put a whole lot now. My pot's been heating up. Alright. I want to put enough to cover the bottom of the pan. A little bit, not a whole lot. Just a little bit. So let me tell you what. I'm going to let it get real hot. I'm going to put my cornmeal in there, mixture, and start stirring. Now you need a glove like that, a mitt. That's a Christmas glove, because every day is Christmas for me. I'm going to take that little mitt and hold that and stir it real good. And my buddy, Jean-Pierre, he couldn't make it today. He got some cousins, some snipe cousins out in the swamp somewhere. I don't know who them boys are. But he's going to eat some crawfish over there. But I told him, from what I hear, they eat too much crawfish and don't bring them here. Because them boys, they just eat too good. Now, I'm going to pour my little, see that mixture? Look at it sizzling in there. Just like if I was frying fish or something. I'm going to put that in there. Scoop it out. Well, that would be good if I can get Troy on here one day, huh? Hot.
Shoot him, Elizabeth.
Hold on.
Shoot him again. Shoot him again. Hurry up.
Troy.
Shoot!
That's my hero. And I'm going to start stirring it. And it's going to start sticking. It's going to stick to the sides and stick to the bottom, but I got some oil on my sides, and that's going to keep that from sticking too bad. And as it's sticking, it's going to start cooking. You want to keep it off the bottom of the pot. And it's going to try to get lumpy. You want to get rid of all them lumps right off the bat. Try to get rid of all them lumps. It's already starting to fluff up. See, it took that water in there and it softened it up, that corn. Ooh, look how it's fluffing right now. And you cook it until it's fried and dry. And fried. And I'm still cooking and cooking. Now some people like the bottom of it to get a little crusty. And it get a little dark. Just like if it's kind of burnt. Now you take that and you put that in that little bowl right there. And you just put it in there, and then you add you some milk while it's still warm, and it's kind of going to float a little bit to the top. Put you some sugar on there. You got yourself a meal. Like I said, that's going to stick to your stomach just like a sweet potato. Your ribs is going to be full all up in between there. If you got in a fight, they couldn't hurt you. Because your ribs are solid and nothing's going to get through that Cush Cush. Look here. Oh, I can smell it burning a little bit. That's what it's supposed to do. All right. Now this is Cush Cush. That's Cush Cush right there. It was some old dried cornmeal. Look at that. Look at that. That's Cush Cush. I'm going to grab my bowl now. I got to get the bowl, baby. Now watch this. Just pour it in. Look at that. Looks just like eating some cereal. Boy, that's good, yeah. That's supper time now. Let me tell you, you can have that for supper. Now what's left over, I'm going to put in the freezer. So look, you put that in the microwave and it's just like you just made it. You put some milk in there. But that's good stuff. You're not going to beat that. They got some people in foreign countries too that eat this. And they love it. And make sure, before I forget, you don't just eat it like that. You got to put your little sugar. Let me take this off my fire. Starting to do too good right now. All right, I'm going to show you something. See them little dark spots? Them little dark spots, that's what the people like. Yes, that kind of come up and they mix that with some cayenne. It's called Cush Cush cayenne. It's good. But you put some sugar in there, however sweet you want it, then you eat it. And you got yourself a good supper. Some Cush Cush. And make sure you add your milk. You gotta have milk with that. If I had milk out here, I'd be putting milk in there. When I have my cows running around out there and I make Cush Cush, they can smell them. They own my 5 acres back there. I got 5 big acres and they all like to eat their grass out there. And then when I start cooking my Cush Cush and they start to smell it a little bit, they start walking to the house because they know that I'm going to want some milk. And what's good about a cow, you can just go out there and grab that cow and just put it right in your bowl. So that's what we do over here. God bless you. Chef Bouquet says, hi, goodbye. All right. Thank you. Good night. 5 what?
5 acres.
Oh, yeah, put it back on.